Welcome to you all. Very good morning if you're watching this live on Thursday morning, or maybe it's good afternoon or good evening if you're catching up at some later time. I'm Donald McCorkindale. I had set up the It's for Ministry website many years ago, and during the COVID pandemic, the Facebook group came into its own. And over the last two Thursdays, I have fulfilled my 2025 New Year's resolution to post something here every Thursday, sometimes live like today, sometimes recorded as last week. Last week, I spoke about setting up a portable mobile live stream setup. It was a funeral service that I had been asked if it would be possible to stream. And it was last Friday. Storm Eowyn was doing its bit, and there were actually more folk have watched the live stream than had been able to attend the service in the church. So that kind of technology really does reach out and allow us to engage with many more folk. The very first funeral service I ever conducted was actually recorded. It was about 35 years ago. I was towards the end of my training for ministry, and a great uncle had passed. And it actually fell to me to make most of the arrangements for that funeral. And some of the family were saying, would you just lead it? And some of the family were away on holiday, and a cousin of mine had the idea that maybe it could be recorded. Now, this was 35 years ago. We're talking old cassette tapes. Remember winding them, tightening them up with a pen or pencil. And I knew nothing of this until after the service. And I remember being absolutely horrified at the idea that you would record a funeral service. And certainly asked that after those who weren't able to be there had listened to it, that the recording be destroyed. That didn't happen. And about 5 years ago, clearing out some stuff when my parents were moving house, I came across the tape. And, well, 30 odd years on, I thought it was not bad for a first funeral service. I've often thought on how the technology changes. Way back in the beginning of my ministry, I would not have been too keen on wedding photographers wandering around. I still wouldn't be keen on photographers wandering around. But nowadays, when cameras are in everyone's pocket and so discreet, I think we change our attitude towards those things. And it certainly means that many more are able to engage. As I travel around this large parish, two parishes covering the whole of the Ardnamurchan Peninsula, a lot of driving and a lot of listening to podcasts and audiobooks. I wonder, do you listen to some podcasts? Are there some that you would recommend? Some that would be an encouragement to others? One particular one that I want to mention is the Outspoken Bible from the Bible Society. Regular updates from Fiona Stewart, Jen Robertson, and Neil Glover. And they're currently working through the book of Romans, and a really nice conversational chat around the scriptures with some really in-depth insight. And they also do a 1 minute preach around a a Bible verse that has been suggested for one of them to speak about for 1 minute. So I commend that to you if you haven't already stumbled across the Outspoken Bible podcast. You will find it on Apple Podcasts. I'm sure you'll find it on Spotify and other places. I'll put a link to that in the description of the video. What podcasts are you listening to? What podcasts are you creating? Are you dabbling in that? I know a number of colleagues are, as I have been. Well, I must admit, I haven't recorded anything for the Peninsula churches this year yet, but must get back into the way of doing that. The new technologies are here and here to stay. A few weeks back, we were thinking about John the Baptist. The various lectionaries would have taken us to him either just before Christmas or just afterwards. And I think it's in Luke's Gospel, it specifically says, John preached the gospel in many different ways. Are we preaching the gospel in many different ways? Are we embracing the possibilities of technology to reach many in our congregations and communities? Well, I think we'll leave it there for today. My internet has been a wee bit ropey recently. I think it's been okay this morning, but proof of concept, it works, and the plan is to have a wee chat or something pre-recorded every Thursday here on the It's for Ministry YouTube channel. It will be linked from the Facebook page. I hope you're all well. I hope you are all embracing technology within ministry and our leadership through challenging and changing times. God bless you all.